welcome to Titanium Tarot, and today I will be doing a Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness This Week collective reading, okay? So for this, I'll be using some concepts from SuperConscious Education brought to us by Christopher Duncan. I'll also be using my intuition, and with that being said, let's get into my insights. Now, not the same getup as usual. I know my hair is done. I have an outing, I have an event tonight. And so it's something to celebrate, right? Now, I don't know if I think some people it might be similar events, but generally what I'm getting is that you have something of note that is happening soon-ish. Might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, might happen next weekend. It doesn't really matter when it's happening. The important thing, first time around, because I was filming and then I stopped, but then the video did not take. So what I want to say is that this event might be happening today, might be happening tomorrow, might be happening in a week, might be happening in a month, but whatever it is, you are starting to get ready now. And these preparations that you are putting forth are actually, and so through these preparations, okay, you might be knocking yourself out. Actually, this brings me back to something. So when I first started shopping for a dress in April, I bought one dress. Okay, so we went to two different stores and I bought a dress at the second store that I went to. And every single week since then, I've been buying new dress. I bought a new dress, I returned it. I bought a new dress, I returned it. I bought a new dress, I returned it. And the initial choice that I had made is the dress that I'm wearing tonight. Okay? So it's just all about being able to take everyone's input, be able to pivot, and not be stuck on a specific thing, and so on and so forth. So the issue, and the real issue is you have, I don't know how long to prepare, okay, but you're preparing now. And so the key is your intuition. You have to be able to know how to utilize it to the best of your abilities. Okay, I had 2 months to prepare for this because I started in April, and like I bought the first dress that I bought is the dress that I'm gonna wear because it is the most form-fitting, the most appropriate dress for the occasion. Now, this is all about being able to listen to other people's intuition, other people's insight, and to take it with a grain of salt is what I'm getting at. So, let's begin. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes and no. Well, see, the distinction that I got in the first take that I did, was that it was a yes and a maybe. And the distinction I made in those two is that the difference would be that the people who are knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness are the individuals who have very little self-control over their reality. And the ones who aren't are the ones who have more self-control. Or no, not who aren't, who might be knocking themselves out, are the ones who have more self-control. The reason why I say that is because there is something to be said for people who can hear their intuition and then listen to it. There's a difference, okay? Listening to something and then hearing it and applying it is the step above, okay? It's like having a food craving. Having a food craving for a Big Mac, you are craving it, you want to eat it. And the distinction between those who aren't able to, who fall prey to their, so for the people who don't have as much self-control are the ones who are going to go to McDonald's and buy that Big Mac. The ones who have more self-control might either buy it or not, but they'll be more oscillating, basically changing their mind between yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, right? So the one that you actually want is the group who have complete self-control, which is not easy, sometimes is not fun, but at least that group will get to where they want to get to, Now, so because you might and you are, let us see how you might or you are knocking yourself out. Yeah. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my collective, please come forward and share how might or are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week. And you got reaction versus response, universal signs, and choice through default in the upright. Well, in the in the vertical. So I'm getting that things are going to happen that are going to surprise you. That's a given, that you weren't expecting. That might be how you might be knocking yourself out of your intuitiveness this week. Which might be the reason that surprise might also be the cause for why you're choosing through default. Or should I say, so something is going to surprise you, and to which you are going to you are either going to react or respond, which would be sparked from a universal sign that you might see, which will lead you towards a choice through default. Feeling like you have no other choice, you have to make a decision. Or else you might lose the possibility altogether. That is interesting. So you might feel like you either have a choice to make, and if you don't make that choice, you might lose it altogether. Now, I feel like this is what might be happening in my reality. But I just want you guys to know, okay, that you always have a choice to make. And the best thing to do is to listen to your intuition. Now, maybe your intuition is telling you act on it. But the best thing to do in that situation is not necessarily to go all out, but to be honest and vulnerable about the current situation. Be like, listen, I feel like this is what I have to do, but I am scared shitless because I don't feel ready. There you go. There you have it. I said it. So, what say you? And leave it at that, right? So, I mean, it's not perfect. Nothing is going to be 100% perfect ever. But what is suggested is that you still take a step back and consciously decide what the best course of action is. Because if you do something out of haste too quickly and you don't fully think about what needs to happen, you might make more issues than solve issues, if that makes sense at all. Okay? So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for this collective this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next Saturday, okay? Bye.